got this need for you, forming in my beating heart. I know the meaning right away.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I achieve my super defined wash and go. I actually use the products from the Camille Rose Naturals leave-in line. So it has like the honey leave-in, the latte, and the herbal tea leave-in, and I paired them with my curl maker to achieve this style. So I'll be showing you guys exactly how I use those products, and I did use the LCO method, but I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss another update. Also, please leave me a comment down below to let me know what you thought of the video. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, so let's get started. So I'm starting off on freshly co-washed and deep conditioned hair, and what I used was my As I Am Coconut Co-Wash and the Algae Renew Deep Conditioner from Camille Rose Naturals. And then I sectioned my hair into 5 sections, and I left my shower cap on while I did my makeup. So now I'm just taking down the first section and I'm spraying it down with water just to get it super wet, because I get maximum definition on soaking wet hair. And now I'm going to take the Honey Hydrate leave-in from the Camille Rose Naturals leave-in collection. This is going to be the L in the LCO method that I'm doing on this day. And I'm basically going to rake that product throughout my hair just to make sure that my hair is super moisturized and it gives it a great base. These products smell amazing. I know I say that almost about everything, but I'm super picky about smells. The product smells like some type of like Starbucks drinks or something. They smell like really good. So this is what my hair looks like just from using that leave-in. So now I'm going to use the latte leave-in, which is the define part of the process. So I'm going to use this as my defining cream, and I'm raking that throughout my hair, and I'm also smoothing that throughout my hair. The more smoothing you do for a wash and go, the better results you will get, in my opinion. So I can never do a wash and go without my curl maker. So now I'm basically just using the praying hands method, where you basically smooth your hair through the palms of your hands, and I put about 1 puff of the curl maker in my hair, and that's going to give my hair a little bit more hold and definition. And now I'm going to take the herbal tea leave-in, and this is going to be the oil in the LCO method. It's going to be the sealant. It's really moisturizing, and it just helps to hold everything in. So this is what my curls look like when I was done. That was just 1 section, and they were super defined. So I'm going to show you all what I did one more time. So I'm spraying my hair down with water to get it soaking wet, like I said, because it gives me maximum definition. And I'm smoothing that water throughout my hair. And now I am going to take the Honey Hydrate leave-in from the Camille Rose Naturals leave-in collection. You definitely want to shake this product up because it does separate, so you want to make sure you're shaking it. So I'm basically applying that all throughout my hair. And also, when I'm raking, it's basically like your finger detangling your hair too, so that your hair is super smooth. This section was a little bit more tangled than the other section, so I tried to take my time with it, and then I ended up grabbing my Denman brush just to go over it, just to make sure that there was no tangles, because I like to have a really smooth wash and go so it lasts longer. So that's basically what I'm doing. You don't have to do that, but I did because this section was a little bit more tangled. And now I'm going to be taking the Latte Define leave-in from the leave-in collection, and I'm going to be raking and smoothing that throughout my hair to define my curls. So right there I was doing the praying hands method again, which really helps to minimize frizz. And now I'm going to take the curl maker, and I'm doing the same thing that I did on the prior section. I'm just using the praying hands method and smoothing that throughout my hair. The back of my hair seems to lose definition the fastest, so I'm basically going through and doing the curl by curl shingling method to about half of this section, just to make sure that those curls get super defined and they don't get so frizzy. You don't have to do this step, but some people do this to their entire head. I sometimes do that if I have the time, but I really love to do that for the curls that need the extra help. So now I am taking the herbal tea leave-in again, and I'm just going to smooth that throughout the section using the praying hands method. And that's exactly how I applied these products, using the leave-in cream oil method. As you can see, my curls are super shiny and moisturized and very defined. And I usually like to go over my roots as well. So now that I'm done with all of the sections, I went for a side part on this day. And now I'm just finger raking some of my hair around like the sides and the front, because that's the part that frames my face, and I want that part to be super moisturized. So I used a little bit more of the latte and really went through and defined the front of my curls. This day I didn't lay my edges, I just left them as they were, and I was really happy with the definition. This is while my hair was still a bit wet, so I'm going to go in after this and diffuse my hair. But I was very happy with my results. So now I'm taking my blow dryer with my diffuser attachment, and I'm just diffusing my hair, I think on the low setting. And sometimes if that gets a little too hot, I'll use the cool shot. And I just basically diffuse my hair until it is dry. It really helps to give me extra volume, and it just speeds up the drying time because sometimes I just don't feel like waiting for my hair to air dry. So now that I'm done diffusing my hair, I am putting the regular blow dryer attachment back on, and I'm basically holding some of the curls at the bottom of my hair, warming my hair up with the heat and stretching out my curls. Whenever I get a super defined wash and go, I get lots of shrinkage, and I don't like the shrinkage, not so much, so I try to go back sometimes and stretch out my curls if I have the time. This step is optional, but I really do think that it helps, and it really helps me to get the shape in my wash and go the way that I want. So that's why I go ahead and go back and stretch out the curls using the blow dryer. So now I'm just assessing it to see what parts need to be stretched a little bit more. So I went back and stretched the right side of my hair, and I'm just doing that, just using the tension method basically. I'm just holding onto the ends, warming it up, and that really helps to stretch out my curls. So now that I'm all done with that, I'm using the cold shot button on my blow dryer to seal in the moisture. I always like to do this to close the cuticle. And these are my finished results, y'all. I really hope that y'all like them. I was so happy with this collection. I really wish I would have gotten 2 boxes instead of 1, but I'm hoping she makes this permanent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.